Hi friends, welcome back to our video series on how to create a profitable Shopify store. In this video, we're going to talk more about how you can increase the credibility of your store and boost your sales. And of course, I only talk about the legal ways to look bigger. We are not going to lie or mislead anyone here. One of the ways to increase your credibility is to pose like you were a big international company, even if you were a one-man operation. To do this, one of the ways is to get a 1-800 number. In the United States, it's very popular for big companies to have 1-800 numbers. Usually, it means that this is a big corporation. For some reason, consumers think that it's very expensive to get this kind of number, which in reality is not true, of course. If you can see on the top of my store, we have this 1-800 number listed, so customers can instantly see it, that they can find help if they call it. This means that we are a big corporation, and we must have a lot of money to have this kind of number. Now, let me show you how you can get one as well. The company that is giving all these 800 numbers is called 800.com. If you go to pricing, you can see on my screen it's really cheap. You don't really need to be a big corporation to have this kind of number. It starts from $9.95 per month, and you can have 250 minutes included. You can use it for voicemail, for fax by email, for auto attendant. This is insanely cheap and affordable, but you will look very professional if you have this kind of number. There are two options that you can do if you purchase. First of all, I highly recommend to send a voicemail inbox and to set a voicemail for you. Instead of answering your phone calls, which will take a lot of time and will distract you from dealing with business issues, it's much better if you just record a voicemail greeting that will show your customers how they can track their orders using your website. Because in most cases, people are calling with a single question. Where is my order? How can I track my order? When will my shipping arrive? All of these questions, you waste a lot of time if you just deal with that over the phone. Instead of dealing over the phone, you can simply set a voicemail greeting that will tell your customers to either visit your website and check the Track My Order section, or to leave their email address so you can simply check on the status of their order and then reply them by email. You can see voicemail, inbox, and I get a lot of calls, so obviously I don't reply them all because it would take a lot of time to deal with that. Instead, I simply ask them to either check Track My Order section on my store or to leave their email. Now you can hear how my voicemail greeting sounds.
Hi. Thank you for reaching My Best Friend Boutique, adorable pet products that will melt your heart. If you already placed your order with us, please go to www.mybestfriend.store and click Order Lookup to check your order status, or simply contact us by email, claudia@mybestfriend.store. If you have any questions, we will be glad to help you. And don't forget to check out our special holiday sale that started this week.
You see, it sounds great, isn't it? It's really professional and it makes your shop look credible. What it actually does, it's simply telling people to either leave their email so I can reply by email, or they can go to Order Lookup page on my website and they can track their order themselves. So they don't need me to do this because everything is automated. Another tip on how to be credible and professional is to have a professional USA address listed on your website. You might be thinking, good for you, you live in the United States, but what should I do if I'm a foreigner and I want to have a US website? How can I get this kind of address? Again, this is much easier than you think. You don't even need to be in the United States to have this kind of address. All you will use is called Virtual Office or Forwarding Service. Let me show you a couple of them. If you Google US Virtual Office, you will find a lot of companies offering these kind of solutions. Fully legal. They have different prices, and I'll show you a couple of them. It doesn't necessarily mean that I recommend all of them. It's up to you what you choose. Take a look at this one, for example. It offers you a selection of major United States cities, such as New York, Dallas, Chicago, Boston, Atlanta, Los Angeles, to provide you with address and the professional services in one of these cities. If you go to details of the package, for example, in the heart of Boston, you can have a legal address, and this is totally legal, of course. You'll have an address, and you will possibly have also a virtual assistant who will be also forwarding your mail in case you receive some packages or some mail, so you can return it or they can forward them to your address. It's not free, of course. It'll cost you some money, but it will make you look professional. Here's another company offering for these kinds of services, USA to Me. They offer USA business address, including mail package forwarding, which is a physical address and not just a post office box, but a good physical address. They offer USA document and fax services, USA remailing services, USA order fulfillment, USA phone number, USA customized services. You see how it works? You get your packages to USA to Me address, and then they receive the packages and they photograph your items, and then they can scan and photograph your items, and then they can repack them and they can forward them to your address. For example, you are based in England and you are opening a Shopify store in the United States, and you have a customer who is saying, "I don't like your item. Where should I return it?" Instead of giving them a London address, you just give them an address from this service where they ship it and the service collects it and forwards it to you in London, so the customer never knows that you are actually based in London and not in the United States. This makes returns really easy for you. If you need just a United States phone number, Skype is the best solution. Simply open a Skype account, fund it with some cash, and then you can purchase a Skype number where you can choose not only the country but also a state. For example, you want to get a California-based phone number, so this will look very professional, and then you can just set the phone forwarding to your local number, for example, in England. This way, you will be receiving calls and customers will be thinking you're calling California, and in reality, they're calling you in London. Don't get me wrong, all big corporations do the exact same thing. If you call someone like A&T support, in reality, you will be talking to the lady somewhere in Philippines, not in USA. These kind of legal things that will make you much more credible and professional. And they are totally legal. So why not use them to boost your sales, to boost your credibility and your sales? I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye for now.